What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. On the left side here, we have Voiceless voice melodious cards put in as an engine going up against on the right side Yubel. This is going to be the deck pre-Fiendsmith cards, so definitely make sure, not being able to pick up all those cards for Nationals is a very strong point of the deck. We are going to be seeing the copy of Prius Rise map going to be activated here. We're going to be seeing an Ash Blossom in chain to it, making it so that we don't have to pair life points. It has to search to half ourselves. I'm just going to passing turn on this. That's not looking too good here for Yubel here. We're going to be seeing an Osinato being played from the opponent. It's going to give them access to, I believe, the whole Melodious engine here. If there's nothing to interrupt them, they'll be able to essentially set up a copy of Appaloosa before they go into their own combo with a low or a copy of the Diviner. We're going to be seeing the two copies of the level 4, and on the Summon of Baka, we're going to hit that with a Veiler here. We're then going to normal summon below. It does stop the whole combo, which is fine because we still have our regular combo. It just baits out a hand trap, which is quite nice. So we see them here going to be normal summon low, being able to place the barrier, and then that's going to be able to search for the copy of Saphira. And so this is what I mean. It's going to be able to just bait out a hand trap, and you still get to make your board. Because obviously you're not getting hand trapped on your copy of low. We're going to be seeing the Saphira activates effect, sending itself and dumping the copy of the Ritual spell. And then we're going to be seeing the Druid's Worm just to banish that right away. Make it so that it can't banish itself to, essentially a Ritual summon here. Very nice for the Yubel player. So I wonder if they also have a Spirit Yubel which can summon itself out from the hand to kind of continue this. We have seen two hand traps on their side. And the Voiceless player is kind of a little bit out of gas. We're going to be going up into a copy of potentially Chaos Angel, I think. Or an SP Little Knight. SP Little Knight can get rid of that copy of the Druid's Worm right away. Then we're going to be seeing the Baka summon with the copy of the Refrain. Refrain's going to be able to finally searching for most likely a copy of the Couplet, which can then trigger to summon out the copy of the Refrain once again. Just being able to bring out those bodies can be quite nice. Which a lot of the time you kind of only go into an SP for. We already had the SP on the field. We're going to see the Couplet, search for the Concerto. So now we have most of the bricks out of the deck here. We can then activate the Concerto. Using it right now is kind of interesting to me, to be honest. I feel like normally we want to do that during our next turn to be able to use Baka effect once again. It doesn't really matter. We're going to be seeing the Scales effects be both placed. This is going to allow us to summon out another copy of the Refrain of the copy of Baka hits the graveyard, and then of course also being able to search off the Concerto as well. I also should mention that they had SP on the field, so they actually couldn't even have done that. Because the effect of the Couplet, you have to control nothing but Melodious monsters. Important to note that we kind of missed that there. We're going to be seeing the Exceeds out go into an Appaloosa. And, just setting one and passing turn on that. So, going for a really weird board, to be honest. And then we're going to be seeing on the attack declaration, but they can't attack directly because of SP. So misplaying as well with all the Spirit, they're going to be negating the Spirit with the Appaloosa and just passing turn on it. Yeah, so a couple misplays in the first, I guess not even misplays, just straight up using cards you can't really use, which is unfortunate there. I don't know if they have a way to solve that Appaloosa either. But they're thinking about putting back the cards in their hand to go for a Phantom, it looks like. Which they could do. But I'm just going to scoop it up there, realizing that they have lost, the game. Kind of unfortunate. I don't know if they could have been able to beat that. Unless they had a Dark Beckoning Beast in the hand. I feel like most likely what probably happened, if they... the attacking directly definitely helped because of the fact that we were able to attempt to activate the Spirit effect there. But if we wouldn't have been able to search for that Concerto as well as go into that Appaloosa there, they would have had an SP and then two Refrains on the field. Definitely not a good board there to end on at all. But still, going to be kind of hard. You have to have like a Dark Beckoning Beast to kind of play through that. Because they wouldn't be able to attack directly, and then we would have been able to, yeah, really whatever. No matter what we do, we guess we wouldn't be able. I don't know what their top deck would be, but they wouldn't be able to just go like SP banish itself, or like, link away up into a Melodious, because they don't play the level 2, link 2 I should say, to kind of go up into that. So they wouldn't have been able to ever search with a couplet there, which is kind of interesting unless they want to like tribute off the SP for a couplet, and they already have a couplet effect in the hand, so they have to draw another one, which is like chances are they're only playing 2, so small chance of that even happening there. So I guess it would have been like kind of just like a pass on that and to draw. But if they draw any of the Voiceless cards, they're going to be winning anyways. And then they have something to battle to go into these spirits, but still it's not going to do enough for them. And we're going to be seeing them go into game 2 with a Dark Beckoning Beast being normal summoned here, getting hit with a copy of Ash Blossom on that, which is going to search or stop the gates being searched. That can be really impactful, but I think we have something else to play through it. They are on triple gates, so it is important to maybe not Ash that, which we are going to be seeing a Cauldrave on the Ash. This will be met with an Imperm on that, so we're going to be seeing the Beckoning Beast not be able to search at all here. Very unfortunate, but we do have the Squirmer to kind of extend. So having to waste 2 cards, I mean, it is a 2 for 2. We still get a buy on the field to go for that copy of Yama. Yama can then search for our copy of the Shavara, Shawarma, whatever you guys want to call him. And do we have a trap to set? It looks like we have the Escape or an Imperm in the hand. We can also banish the Squirmer to summon out the copy of the Beast. To then have that Unchained monster being summoned onto the field, which we can go link up into a copy of Rage. We're going to be seeing the effect. So we don't have that trap set unless we play multiple copies of it. Setting the chamber here, so having a Rage set as well can be quite nice. If we find a way to get rid of that Yama. We're going to be setting an additional card. I think it was an Imperm and then just passing on that. And so, we have an SP and then other stuff as well. If we get cards destroyed, Yama can then summon itself out as well. So having lots of link up materials, but they're going to be going into a barrier here. And kind of placing the spell and trap card Pendulum Zone there, but realizing quickly, oh shit, I'm playing Pendulums. So we change it over. It's not going to make that much difference in the game. But we're going to be activating the barrier effect, searching for the copy of Saphira. Saphira is going to activate its effects, dumping to search for the copy of Skull Guardian, as well as dumping that copy of Prayer. And do we find a way to banish that Saphira just yet? No, we don't. We're going to activate the effect to banish to be able to perform that copy of the Ritual Summon. And if we don't have low, it's going to be kind of difficult for us. Even if we do have low, it's going to be kind of difficult for us to find a way to get that Skull Guardian negate here. And they're going to be summoning out the Skull Guardian by using the Treyarchia in the hand, and then activating the Skull Guardian effect on the field to summon. And they're going to chain the Rage to this to be able to link away. Very nice. And we do have the copy of the Saravis in the hand to protect that targeting. And this is where a copy of the Escape would be, or the Escape would be good. Be able to pop both of them on the field here. But we're going to be able to resolve. We're going to be searching for a copy of the Saphira once again. Interesting enough, not having the low. We have the low in the hand, being able to normal, and they do Judgment that. That's going to be crazy. Paying half their life points to stop the low. I mean, at that point, we're just making it so they don't have the negate. And that's still very nice. The last card in the hand is going to be the copy of the Saphira that is known as well. So we do see the Yubel player in a bit of a better stance now, being able to bring back that Rage, as well as if they just beat over it there. We're going to be activating the Druid's Room here, targeting the low to summon itself out, and the Rage is going to go. This might be so that, when the Rage gets destroyed, Yama can actually summon it back out and pop the Druid's Room, which would send that copy of the Skull Guardian to the graveyard. But we're going to to be seeing it declare an attack on the Rage. They're going to take the damage here, and then will we see the Yama summon back with the Rage and pop. Rage will also be able to trigger adding back the copy of Dark Beckoning Beast. It's just really nice to be able to like essentially continue your combo next turn, having to add back the starter. And we are going to be seeing the Rage here going to be, or they're actually summoning with the copy of the Shavara off the Yama, and then adding back that copy there, which is useful because they can just pass turn on that, or they're going to have to pass turn on that, I should say. We're going to then see the normal summon of the copy of Dark Beckoning Beast, searching for the copy of Gates here, activating the Gates, being able to search. And we now have pretty much all gas. We can link away the copy of Jerusalem as well to send that copy of the Skull Guardian. And at this point, like, we're just guaranteeing our win. Like, I pretty much think that this is the Yubel's player's game here, especially being able to bring it back out that Rage. We haven't used SP in the Garion game. Be able to use Rage to link away their monster for an SP, getting rid of 2 cards, can be able to get rid of the barrier as well. Is pretty nice. Because barriers can be like a search every single turn, so it's kind of important. They're going to read the Prayers in the Graveyard, and to be honest, I don't exactly know what that card does either. I'm not the Voiceless Voice master. I haven't played against that deck a lot. Our player at locals that is kind of in the group that I play with, it hasn't really been playing. I think they've been playing like Final Fantasy 14 online a lot and kind of burnt out of the game, so they're not playing that often. But they are going to be searching the ruling here for that copy of Prayers. So I'm assuming that like once a card on the field, like the Voices card leaves the field, it adds itself back or something like that, something relevant, because they're looking at Anguish and see if they want to be able to use it for a link away material. So they're going to be reading the copy of the Voiceless guy once again. They normal summon with their extra normal of the 0/0 for the Dark Beckoning Beast, and we're going to be linking away up into the Anguish here, using the Shayama as well as those 2 Beckoning Beasts. The Anguish can activate its effects using itself to go up into a copy of Access Code. Access Code is going to be able to chain block it so that now our opponent cannot activate any effect, which is a crazy tech that people were playing in the Unchained build before. And, needing to have an OTK option is also something that is very relevant in Yubel deck. So I'm going to be assuming that we're going to be seeing a lot more Anguish into those decks, to be honest. Which, having the Anguish access code interaction is very important. Being able to build your chain links, because chain links are one of the most important things in the game for anyone who has not really played the game that often. Being able to go, like, if you linked away using a copy of the Jerusalem there, they could go like chainlink 1 Jerusalem target, chainlink 2 access code target, and now our opponent cannot use any effects because, obviously if they had mandatory effects, they would have been able to be used, but they did not. Therefore, we're going to be seeing those effects kind of get blocked off, which is very nice there. But moving on to Game 3, we are going to be seeing the Voiceless Voice and Melodious deck choose to go first, most likely playing against Yubel. And we haven't actually seen much of the Yubel engine. We kind of just seen a little bit of a brick Game 1, alongside the Dark Beckoning Beast package Game 2, being able to be put in a lot of work through that stuff. We did see the Squirmer, and then, of course, a activation or attempted activation of a Spirit of Yubel, but not getting very far with this. Which is very fair. To be honest, the most card we have seen being used is the copy of Jerusalem alongside that Dark Beckoning Beast. Which, honestly, that Dark Beckoning Beast package is insane. For Yubel alongside the copy of Unchained. Just Fiend Link in general is just absolutely incredible. But we're going to be diving on to Game 3. Will Melodious be able to take it off? If we see a top deck Ostinato activating the effect and no interaction from our opponent, that could just be enough for an FTK. So we are diving on in. Ostinato off the top. I think we see a copy of Imperm in the hand as well from the Yubel player here. Or I could be wrong. That could be a Dark Beckoning Beast and a Squirmer. But we see a pre-prep going to be on the side of our opponent's field. Is that going to be an Ash bait to be able to search out for 2 cards here? A very good Ash target as well for that copy of Ostinato, or that will just be a no Ostinato hand. We do see a preparation, so that means they're going to be able to summon out a monster. Chances are we're going to see 0 copies of Ostinato being activated here. Then we're going to use the Old Man Saravis to summon out the copy of Skull Guardian. That's going to be able to activate its effects. To then be able to summon or search from the deck. And we're summoning it most likely, or searching for a copy of Low, then normal summoning of that copy of Low. We don't have a judgment to meet this in response this time, so it's going to let us place the barrier and have the negate on the Skull Guardian here, as well as bringing their attack up quite significantly. We're going to see barrier going to activate its effects now. Being able to search for that trap here, so having access to both of those is going to be very impactful. It being like a pop, I believe, or like a shuffle back. I'm not too sure on the Voiceless cards. We're going to see a random card set and passing turn on this, keeping it short and simple. This is the Sword Soul board in 2024. An Omni and a pop. Will Yubel be able to play through this? No Fiendsmith cards just yet. Unfortunately, we didn't pick them up, are too pricey yet at the time of recording, I should say. Sneak peek had just come around the corner. And we see a Druid's Form once again here. Tying in most used cards. I believe this is in the draw phase. So they are going to attempt to get rid of that Old Man Saravis. And that is the only copy, I believe, that they do play. So that's going to be completely out of the game now, being able to shuffle back those cards that you use. And we see a normal summon of a Dark Beckoning Beast. Maybe trying to use that Druid's Room as a bluff themselves. We do see an Ash on that Dark Beckoning Beast. We now have activated a monster effect. And will we see a talent being met? Samsara D. Lotus will be able to be normal summoned because we still have the effect of the Dark Beckoning Beast. It just negates the effect to add. It does not negate the entire effect like a Veiler or an Imperm would. We're going to be seeing a Samsara D. Lotus being normal summoned. They do explain the effect of Samsara D. Lotus. And we're going to be seeing a trap being hit on the normal summon here. And I believe that does shuffle or pop it back. Before it gets a chance to activate its effects. But they chain a copy of Droplets to get rid of it here. To negate that copy of Skull Guardian. So now we've gotten rid of the trap as well as the Skull Guardian here. Forbidden Droplets being an insane card. Board breakers this format are just very nice. We're then going to link 2 up into a copy of potentially... We can't go for Yama because the Druid's Form is not a fiend, but we can go for a Muckraker here. And then we can't go Druid's Form effect because they do have the barrier on the field. But we can activate the Muckraker, targeting the copy of Samsara D. Lotus, sending the copy of Prius Map, which is then going to be able to summon it back out. We're then going to go Samsara D. Lotus effect, tripping itself off to summon out the copy of Spirit, which Spirit can then send a copy of Nightmare Pain. We can activate Nightmare Pain, and next thing it'll destroy a Dark Lotus Search. And we can destroy the Spirit of Yubel, which is going to be able to trigger itself to summon out a copy of Yubel here. Searching for the copy of Scrammer, then we're going to be able to summon out the copy of the Yubel. Scrammer is going to activate its effect, summoning it itself. And we now have a 0/0 in the graveyard and a Yubel, which can go up into the Phantom of Yubel here. Or we can link up into the copy of Yama, which Yama can then search for a copy of Shavara. And we have numerous copies of Phantom being able to be made. We don't have thrown at the full maximization of the Phantom, but Nightmare Plane plus Phantom is actually a very crazy card. Going to make your opponent take the damage here. We are going to be seeing the banishment of the Scrammer to summon out the copy of the Spirit. And then we're going to activate the effect of Shavara to destroy the copy of Spirit, to summon out the copy of itself. Spirit can activate its effect, summon out the copy of Yubel because it cannot miss timing. And now we have a crazy board off of a very few amount of cards. The Forbidden Droplets there, being able to break that board as well as dodge that card is just absolutely insane. Trading 2 for 1 and by getting like that. Samsara D. Lotus was getting rid of itself anyways. So very nice here. We know their last card in hand, I believe. So there's 2 cards in hand. So I guess we're kind of playing through one other card. But we're going to be seeing a link up into a... they can't go for Anguish because Anguish targets, and you can't really target their cards while they control both of them here. But we're not going to go into battle phase, just attack. Now, we are going to have the Skull Guardian at a lot of attack here. So if we could just go double Spirit attack, that itself might be game, but they're thinking on this. We did see the princess in the extra deck. That's going to be only here for as long as that copy of the Fiendsmith cards. We go into the second copy of the Phantom, and then we go up into the princess here. They're going to attack into the bodies, and I believe this does make them deal damage. But the Forbidden Droplets has the attack of the... Wow. So they're going to attack here for a grand total of... making them down to 18, and then we're going to attack for a 12. They attack into the low, and this should just be enough for game here. And we see Yubel take it. You know, definitely not how I thought it was. If they didn't Forbidden Droplets, and they wasted the negate on something random, they would have been able to just go attack with double Phantom of Yubel there. They did show the copy of the Anguish thing, and like, I couldn't even target your cards. That's what I was thinking of going into. But yeah, being able to just swing over with the Nightmare Pain as well as the Phantom is just absolutely insane here. You know, Yubel taking that in the weirdest ways, the Makonko style. But definitely make sure you pay attention to those cards. The deck has changed a lot since the Fiendsmith came out. You know, if you are able to afford those cards, it makes the deck insanely better. But regardless, hope you enjoyed watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, see more content like this. Stay safe. Peace.